Hello, I'm Maria Hall Brown, and this is LA Currents. When you think of the word home, hopefully you think of warm memories and good times. But what happens if where you reside doesn't necessarily evoke those feelings?
My dad, he still is a blood. My uncle, he a crib. I got a lot of families from a lot of games.
My brother, when he was 12, he was already in the game. Yes, sir, I always still care for him. We just need to make better choices next time.
Our guest, Jonathan Zeichner, really wants to make sure that youth in South Central Los Angeles know that they have a place called home.
Started a year after the unrest of '92.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
And was founded by a pretty remarkable woman named Deborah Constance.
I really wanted to start a place for all the children to go to be safe, to feel safe.
She raised some money, and she got some property, some rooms in a church, and she started providing safety and love. And that's really what the DNA of a place called home is, safety and love. And she started providing a place for kids to come after school and get support, maybe with their homework, play a game of pool, get a snack.
Pizza that we had never had, like Hawaiian pizza, it was so delicious, and we were like, man, this is life.
At that point in time, about after the Rodney King riots, the schools actually locked their doors at 3 p.m. So for all intents and purposes, these youth literally had nowhere else to go.
Yeah, those key hours, between 3 and 6 or 7 in the evening is when a lot of the trouble was going down. That's when drugs were being exchanged. That's when kids were getting into trouble, getting pregnant, making bad choices. So there was a lack, and especially in that neighborhood, a lack of services, and Deborah responded to that.
So in the last 26 plus years, things have grown, things have dramatically changed. So a place called home is no longer just 3 rooms in a church.
We have a dance studio and a recording studio, and we're getting kids prepared for college, mental health counseling and nutrition, and athletics, parenting classes. We help with immigration issues. There's an awful lot going on that corner. And the kids get to hang out with some amazing artists who come to visit us. Our band has played with Stevie Wonder, and Ozo Motley, and they opened for Diana Ross a few years back.
Wow.
So anything can happen at a place called home, and usually does.
What's up, man? How you doing? How's that? What's up, man? What's up, bro? How you doing? It's great to be able to do something for a place called home. You guys deserve it. It's a wonderful organization. You guys been doing great work.
We're also in the 9th district of Los Angeles, which is the most impoverished district in Los Angeles. There is still a level of systemic and generational poverty in South Los Angeles that is oppressive, and it impacts people in lots of different ways that a lot of folks don't really understand. When your family is living so close to the line and so close to the edge that a parking ticket can send you into a spiral, or you might lose your home because you have a flat tire. I mean, that's how close to the edge so many of the families we're working with are. And all of this is 8 or 9 miles away from Beverly Hills, the highest concentration of millionaires, and some billionaires too in the world, right? It's challenging, it's disillusioning at times, and it can bring you down. I can share stories with you. There was a girl one day who was putting food in her pockets, and staff noticed this. And we took her aside and said, "What's going on?" She said, well, my brother isn't 8 years old yet. He can't come to a place called home. So we start at 8, and he's hungry, so I'm bringing food home. And that was before we have a program called Food for Families now that was partially inspired by that very meeting. Now we're giving away 50 to 100 bags of groceries every week to families that we're case managing. These families who don't have enough food, these are working families, most of them. They're not homeless. Everything we offer at a place called home is free, all the services and programs. All of us go to sleep every night, the board of directors, the staff, myself, knowing that there are 700 folks on our waiting list who can't get in. We are a membership organization. What that means is that we enroll young people. It's not a drop-in where kids come and say, oh, today I'll do art or today I'll do sports. They actually come and enroll in classes, and we have sequential learning going on and case management going on. And what we find is that when a family gets involved at a place called home, they generally stay with us for 5, 10, 15 years. We are now in the very early stages of planning a doubling of the size of our campus so that we can welcome hundreds more young people and families onto our campus every single day.
A nonprofit, lives and dies by the kindness of strangers. And so if you could put a wish list out there for whatever angels you would want to help you continue and grow and expand and all these great ideas that you have, what is it that you are looking for? Who can help, even if they may not be able to write you an enormous check to buy a big piece of property or something?
Yeah. Well, of course, any kind of financial support is helpful. It doesn't matter whether it's $2 or $200,000. It makes a difference, and at a place called home, it gets put to good use. I would welcome all of your viewers to volunteer. Get onto our website. There are many, many ways to get involved. If you're interested in gardening or education or music or mental health or nutrition, college readiness, all of those programs can use volunteers.
The organization is brave because working with teens, I would imagine, has its own set of issues.
It is, and teens vote with their feet. Nobody's forced to come to a place called home. So part of our job is to keep them engaged. Everything we do there is fun. It's joyful, it's stimulating, it's engaging, and it's designed to propel these kids forward in their story, as competent, self-sufficient contributors to the community.
So if anybody wants to get more information, all they need to do is log on apch.org.
That is correct. That's our website, fun place to visit. And Maria, we say at a place called home, changing the world starts at home, right? And it means it starts inside each one of us.
What changes? Why is everything idyllic within the confines when things are not necessarily grand outside?
At a place called home, anything can happen, and the kids know that. They come every day and they realize they don't know who they're going to meet, what's going to happen, what field trip are they going to go on.
It seems to me not just a safe haven, but this place of inspiration and this place of promise.
Yeah, it's an oasis. And I think, feeling like you can be yourself and that you're always going to get the encouragement and the nourishment, and not just nourishment for your body, but for your mind and your spirit as well.
We gon' take you to the stars, 'cause we far out. Gotta catch a vibe, you the star now. If you ain't never lied, spill your heart out. Spill your heart out, speak your heart now. We gon' take you to the stars, 'cause we far out. Gotta catch a vibe, you the star now. If you ain't never lied, spill your heart out. Spill your heart out, speak your heart now. I'm talking all now.
When I leave a place called home, I still feel a place called home wherever I go.